peace, family. How are you all doing? I hope you all are having a wonderful day so far. My name is Keisha. I'm the owner of A Way of Life. I am a career and business coach using astrology. Today I'm coming on here to do the weekly astrology for May 16th to May 22nd. So we just had the lunar eclipse in Scorpio literally the day before or early in the morning. It really depends on which time zone you're in. Things are yet to be revealed because it's just heating up, especially with it being in Scorpio, which rules jealousy, secrets, envy, especially secrets around like sexuality and big money and the conditioning of society. So all those conspiracy theories will they'll be ramped up through this time for sure. I can only imagine. We definitely just had the what was it? The Marvel movie, the Multiverse of Madness. So I can only imagine what other conspiracy things big topics are going to be talked about. But we are officially entering into the multiverse, essentially this month. And it's the new year reactivated with all the Aries energy we have this month. And taking action on building whatever that new reality is for you. So there's a lot of Scorpionic references for sure this month, not just this week, really this whole entire month. I think forever, like I was saying when I did the spring equinox, that Aries energy really set the stage for really the rest of your life. But if you want to get technical, for the entire year, and so now that we're having all these planets moved into Aries, it's kind of like reactivating what was or should have been had you not experienced it at that time now, and for what I think Jupiter's in Aries for 5 months, and then it even goes retrograde to go back over it and make sure. So come next year, 2023, man, listen, if you know, you know. If you don't, you better wake up. So I'm here for it. I'm signed up. Let's get into it, family. Please like, share, subscribe. If you haven't already, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We'd love to have you join the crew and hit the notifications bell so that you can be notified every time we go live. Okay, so Monday, the moon will move into Sagittarius. Now, this is a completely different energy from Scorpio, but from an esoteric point of view, it's really the next level. It really depends on how you want to look at it. And so if we're staying in this energy of the eclipse, this is a broader perspective, assuming that we're all on the higher vibration of this. You become the Phoenix rising here, where you look at things from a broader perspective. You live in your truth. You live by universal law, and you grow and expand within that energy field, right? Or knowing or knowledge, whatever that is for you. And, if you're not, then you're still complaining and trying to do spells on people, hating on people, jealousy, and, those lower vibrations. You just haven't been caught yet. But universal law, which is karma, which, by the way, your dharma is ruled by Sagittarius. which is interesting. So maybe things will start to come out on that Monday. But it's going to be a whole month or so for this energy to have a lot of these truths come out about people who are in these lower vibrations and just being awakened to them. And this is not about, again, talking about anybody or anything. This is just simple awareness, right? So these were the people that you will essentially move away from if you're in that higher vibration. If you're still complaining and in the victim mentality, the crabs in the barrel, trying to live off of other people's knowledge and talents instead of figuring out what your own are, maybe perhaps you get the inclination to do some studying and learning here, as those are other themes that are ruled by Sagittarius. You know, this is your higher education, spirituality, again, spiritual, universal law. So you could be learning some kind of knowledge or something to help you grow more, evolve more into your true authentic self. This could also be your morals and not values, but the way you perceive the world to be in some way, shape, or form could be changing. You could be seeing some things within yourself that are changing. So you're changing your beliefs, your philosophy, in some way, shape, or form here. Gaining some kind of cultural perspective. Or this could be long distance travel where you're going away and you kind of learn these things by way of traveling, you know, going into other countries and seeing how other people live. It could wake you up to how asleep you've been. Or, you know, just in general, you could be traveling and it's still some kind of awakening to like, wow, you know, something that changes the way you view the world here in some way, shape, or form happens. This could be legal things. Sagittarius rules law. Or you're just doing a lot of broadcasting, publishing, YouTubing, public speaking. You know, this could be the expansion of those businesses if you're in those fields. All right. No other aspects on Monday. So let's move into Tuesday. The moon still in Sag will be in harmony with Venus and Aries. So I actually really liked this energy. This is like falling in love with your professor, you know, or falling in love with the idea of getting education, or you and your significant other going on some kind of trip together, or falling in love with studying the spiritual law, or just spirituality in general, or some kind of philosophy, culture, belief that changes your world view in some way, you know, or, you know, falling in love with this idea of making the world or these world views beautiful. And so this is definitely about public speaking and saying a speech and, you know, whatever kind of platform you may have where you're talking about this from a loving perspective, or, you know, writing about it. This could definitely be like a, how do you say it? Like a documentary or something of that nature here, or a short film or something like that. This could be one of those things. or you're studying for either one of these fields in some way, shape, or form. Or you could be falling in love with working on you, elevating into your higher self, your higher purpose, your higher knowing, higher knowledge, right? So definitely the idea of completing some type of cycle. So maybe even becoming a teacher here yourself and falling in love with the art of what that is for you. Yeah, and you may be teaching some kind of philosophy, belief, or giving your viewpoints on the worldview. Again, some kind of speaking engagement or event. And then Mars aligns with Neptune. And so Mars is very like, goes after what it wants, goal-oriented, ambitious. And then on the lower vibration, you have that kind of aggression, impatience, and that ego. So this could be, I believe Mars is still in Pisces. So on the lower vibration, this is being tired, no concentration, no goals, lack of clarity, high off of something. So again, in that lower vibration, the victim mentality, the not taking accountability, this could be not a literal death. This could be a death to your dreams and goals and ambition, in some way, shape, or form, or it could feel like that. Or people could be viewing you as having given up on life in a sense, or your purpose, or believing in faith, or something to that effect here. But then you have on the higher vibration somebody who's very motivated to heal those things within them so they can have a clearer vision, clearer dreams and goals, clear faith, standing firm in that, following that, listening to that, right? Taking action on that. So getting signs, messages, knowledge from the divine, and then you take action. You don't just hear, you take action with Mars. And so moving forward with any dreams or goals that you had, getting clarity which way to go and move, however that is for you, and standing firm within that belief, and having faith, trusting in the process, right? And then let's go to Wednesday. Well, the moon will be void. I actually think it's perfect to have the moon void at this time because it's happening at the end of the day. So this is a great time to just go to sleep. And it's just that simple, right? And you wake up with the moon in Capricorn. That's the simplest explanation for it, right? Just kind of putting you in a little bit more of a relaxed mode from the night before until you actually go to sleep. And then you'll wake up to the moon in Capricorn at 5 a.m., which is a lot more serious, responsible, mature. This is definitely about your purpose and mission in life, And then on the lower vibration, this could be depression again about those things, your purpose, which direction you're meant to go in. What are you why are you here? What was you meant to do here? And so if you're not having any luck with what that is, or you're still asking what that is, this time can be very, very, very depressing and dark, very, very low vibrational, feeling worthless type of energy. And I can see people indulging in their addictions if that's a thing for you. Or, you're living in that kind of lower scorpionic energy where you're hating on others, angry, feeling like they don't deserve their blessings that you may see others in, or their light might literally make you angry in some way, shape, or form. So like holding grudges and, things like that. Or you're moving to the next level within your purpose here, where you're getting more pieces to the puzzle, understanding more about which direction you're going and what that's going to look like, planning out the steps for that, and just tackling your goals one day at a time, right? This could be things with authority figures, or the lessons from your father, or a push to become more responsible and mature in some way, shape, or form. Or again, because you've already done that, these are promotions, raises, recognition, and things of that nature here that could be happening for folks. And then the moon will trigger Jupiter. So moon in Capricorn with Jupiter and Aries. Again, Aries is about initiation and the expansion of initiation. You want to make sure not to overwork yourself. You could literally get burnt out. So just be mindful of that Aries energy, especially the more we move into these Aries placements. You just want to go get things done. Remember the lessons that you've learned from the retrogrades, right? Which is to plan and just be okay with taking things step by step. You really, really, really going to want to tap into that energy around this time. Not every opportunity is meant for you. So when you get something that comes to you, you really want to sit with it. I would even take this time to write out questions, specific questions that you want to know about anything that you're going to get involved in, and ask those. And you don't have to ask them all at once right up front. It really depends on how these opportunities come to you. But eventually, over a period of time, I think you should ask these questions, get the answers, take them, assess them, make sure that people hold people accountable, right, for the answers that are given, and then follow through or give an answer or make a decision. And let it be that way. And that should be over a series of time, right? Because you need time to give people an opportunity to show up as they say they are, right? And so that should be an entire process that you have set up for your knowing moving forward on this journey. That's going to be very, very, very important to remember during this time. Make sure you're not ego tripping here with Moon and Capricorn and Jupiter and Aries. Don't let the fame and recognition get to your head. Stay humble, stay grounded in your mission and purpose in life, right? What is your mission and purpose, whatever that is, but I mean like your values, and things of that nature. Like, don't come out of character of those values. You know, stay the same, remain the same. Don't let the fame change you. That's going to be also very important to remember at this time. Because it will get stripped away from you. You have to remember we're at the Scorpio South Node activation now. And Scorpio and South Node is saying you can no longer live life in these lower vibrations or it will be a death. It'll be a slow, painful death. And that's metaphorical, of course. Okay. These could also be business trips, studying business. Certainly can be business lawsuits. Moon and Cap. Ooh, we can see a lot of legal things around politics and stuff like that on the world stage for sure. Yeah, I mean, this is really the activation of the boss in yourself. So how do you want to show up as a leader in your fields or in your life in general? This does not have to be about business, you know? And really, really getting down to the specifics of what that looks like and how you want to show up in that role is going to be important to assess at this time. But overall, feeling very optimistic about the future for sure here. Okay. Thursday, the sun will be in harmony with Pluto. So the sun is in Taurus in harmony with Pluto and Capricorn. So this is the North Node, essentially. Again, we're still talking about your mission and purpose, your value systems. What is your value statement? And are you living in the light of that? This could be things around money coming up at this time, especially on the world stage. So banks, investments, security, financial security, securing a job. Maybe we'll get some more stats on work and how that's going for people, where people are at. This could change whether or not you get to keep a job, or a particular field can be coming to an end, or new fields are addressed at this time. Maybe even like the way these fields show up in some way, shape, or form. So maybe it's new, old fields with new ways of operating. Pluto and Capricorn. Maybe getting a new boss, new people in power, getting a lot of recognition, or just playtime. It doesn't have to be any recognition. Or like new expectations for how and what is expected of you in your job. Maybe even learning a new skill or talent. Or learning about or how to save and budget and the importance of that. Or this is like the idea that you have to spend money to make money. And so investing into a business project, again, a skill or talent in some way, shape, or form here. And it doesn't have to be investment with money, but that's definitely a theme here. And so again, if you're not in business and you just work, this is you learning, studying, perfecting, mastering a skill or knowledge, or talent, sorry. Okay, and if it's none of those things, maybe perhaps you're researching, getting counseling, healing around these themes. Maybe even a partnership in some way, shape, or form will help you grow within this, whatever it is, whether it's money, how to get more money. So financial advisors here, or financial literacy, or again, the counseling or the divinations. If you're in any of the spiritual practices, this could be a lot of good business coming in for you. Yeah. Letting go of things that no longer serve you, that's preventing you from your purpose and mission in life. And then Mercury is in harmony with Jupiter. So Mercury is currently in retrograde in Gemini. And Jupiter in Aries. Ooh, I like this. This is meetings, networking, finding the right people to help you on your journey. And they'll be like-minded with Gemini and Aries here. This is yummy. A lot of socializing, networking, gathering information, studying, learning how to be a boss, self-employment, or yourself, self-knowledge, knowledge of self. This could be speaking, writing, publishing, public speaking, broadcasting. So again, YouTubing, blogging, these kinds of themes will be hot topics for sure. Some kind of wisdom and knowledge that you're giving forth to others, or broadening your mind around these things. Becoming some kind of spiritual guru, by way of things that you've been through, you experienced. So taking your life experience and incorporating that into some kind of course that you can teach, or just tell a story about, that's going to ultimately help somebody change their life or their perspective or their views on things. This could be traveling with siblings, cousins, short or long distance travel here, doing things in the community, or you could be like expanding your business through working with other cultures and countries, maybe through deliveries, or what do they call that when you export import stuff? Maybe that's even opening up now, or they're reevaluating what's going on with that right now, because Mercury is in retrograde. So this could also be a lot of old projects, old writing stuff, old communications, networks, connections, any kind of social media stuff. So reevaluating all of that stuff, letting go of old habits, views, morals that no longer serve you, beliefs that no longer serve you, world views that no longer serve you, a culture that no longer serves you, letting all that stuff go and learning and putting in something new, something more elevated, higher knowledge, higher wisdom. Okay. Friday, the moon will go into Aquarius. Ooh, they really trying change your mind here this week. This is a great week. I like this week. Moon in Aquarius is about that sovereignty, you know. How do I be me in a group of a bunch of people that I want to connect with, right? And so, again, going back to that kind of egoic energy of Jupiter, we have to remember here that the main goal in the age of Aquarius is going to be this is not about being by yourself, doing by yourself. I'm not talking about that. But it is important to understand that everybody has their own mission and purpose, and they have to get there through the means of their own mental processes. And so this isn't about the single mindedness on that low vibration where I don't need nobody, da 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 da. No. But how can you still be yourself unapologetically within a group of people to build on the same idea without being like mind controlled or you know what I mean? Like that kind of perspective. You know, this is not about controlling people, right? But making a choice because that's your mission, your purpose, your talent, your skill to work with people to build on that idea. Even in relationships, which I think is going to be really hard for people to grasp, because I feel like a lot of people believe that love is about just dumb shit, this fucking fairy tale. And it's like, love is an emotion, okay? I don't want to take away from anybody who's like fantasizes about love. You can keep your fantasy as long as you're realistic about the fact that it's so much more than love. We've heard these kinds of conversations before where people will have been in relationships for a really long time and they say love is not enough. And it didn't work because this one person just wanted to like hug them and squeeze them like Elmira from the Looney Tunes. I want to hug you and love you and squeeze you and love you forever and ever. And it's like, but what about the rest of the fucking relationship? You know, like there are other things going on. And so how do you balance all of the things, you know, that come within a relationship and it not being so heavily focused on just love? And I talked about this. If you go back to my Venus and Aquarius video, it's like, you know, what are we building together? And that's the purpose. And then the love comes from the fact that you have somebody who is wholeheartedly in this mission the same way that you are. Like, how the fuck could you not love somebody like that or fall in love with somebody like that, right? And then the love is natural, even in some way, shape, or form, where it really does become magical and heavenly and all those, you know, ideologies about love that they sell so heavily. But it has to come from a deeper place. It can't start there. You know, you have to fall in love with the idea of the person you're attracting. But it's not, I'm sorry, it's just not going to start there. I know, I hope I'm not ruining or crushing anybody's. Let me jump off that subject because it's such a passionate topic for me. Moving on. And so we just came out of the moon in Capricorn, which is about tradition and history, you know, among other things, right? And then we're moving into this more progressive, futuristic energy with Aquarius. And it's really honestly about your higher mind and wisdom, your higher knowing and wisdom, and not being shaken by the fact that somebody else might have another dream for you, right? You can tell them to go kick rocks. That's the simplest description of a moon in Aquarius. And so the moon will be in harmony with Mercury. Moon in Aquarius, harmony with Mercury. So Gemini and Mercury in retrograde. I like this. I really, really, really like this, because now with the moon in Aquarius, so we have that kind of rebel energy going back over things. This is your higher mind, your lower mind. So how you make decisions, why you make decisions, the people you choose to hang with might change drastically. Holding people accountable for things, the connections and things that you're in. So again, we're building on a network that has the net worth of value, accountability, some kind of higher wisdom or spiritual knowing. And we're doing what it takes by way of everybody's skills and talents to build on that idea, right? So this is a lot of old connections and things coming in, whether you're leaving them or taking them. Remember, you got your system now that you're saying, well, what is it that you're really showing up for? And holding people accountable to that. And if they don't follow through, it's like kick rocks. All right, deuces. It's been nice knowing you. I'm moving on. You know, this could be old studying, learning, or short-term things here. Old opportunities, short courses and things of that nature that maybe didn't follow through at one point. They're coming back around for review. Old travel plans. Old issues and things around siblings, cousins, neighbors, and the way your daily environment and the things that you do. I typically like to refer to these things as, running errands and things like that, but it's even like, because we're in this new paradigm now, I think it's important to say it's even like you're changing your mental conditioning around being a product of your environment. So mentally, right, because it all starts in the mind, controlling your mind enough to be like, okay, I know that what I learned from what I grew up needs to be changed in some way. And now that you're seeing that and knowing that, it's just like acting on it, and consciously saying, that's not my truth. This is my truth. And setting your life up that reflects that truth, right? It has to be intentional. It can't just be in the mind anymore. You have to bring it out now and put it into real tangible action steps. What else here? Okay, wait a minute. Oh, and then that same day, the sun moves into Gemini, which is just really going to enhance the social interaction, mental stimulation, and all that stuff there. All the things that Gemini and Mercury rule, by the way. Which, by the way, that same day, Mercury will move into Taurus retrograde. Which is going to change. It's going to be an energy shift. So that'll be interesting to see. It'll kind of put the focus more on money, talents, and skills. Again, If you go back to my video I did on Mercury entering Taurus, it's more hands-on where you're just going to jump in. And that's how you learn. It's also how you build confidence, self-worth, value systems, and things of that nature. So the culture is shifting and changing by the choices and things that you choose to give your energy to, which is really kind of dope. Okay. And then Saturday, the moon in Aquarius will trigger Uranus. Yep. And Uranus is going to come right in there. And Uranus and Taurus is going to come right in there and shake things up. It's going to help you try something new, find new friends. New friends are going to find you. Again, maybe you're attending some social working events. And then Mercury is going to align with the sun, which is going to enhance all of that. But things from the past too, because remember, we are in retrograde. So reevaluating your values, your security, your financial security, your savings, budgeting. So financial literacy, your talents and skills, what you spend your money on. Are you materialistic? Are you spending on what you need? Are you in survival mode? You know, where are you at with all of this? Addressing that, assessing that, figuring out the why, and then placing the importance around what needs to stay, what needs to go, and how you're going to continue to move forward within that energy. Yeah. Unlearn, relearn. Old ideas, old connections to new ones. Okay, Sunday, the moon goes void until 8:52 a.m. And then it moves into Pisces. So very compassionate, empathetic, intuitive here. Having faith, trusting in the process. Or again, check in. Are you in that lower vibrational energy where you're still blaming everybody for the way that your life is instead of taking action and changing that? So you're getting another opportunity to recognize where you need to heal and what you need to do to transform out of that energy. And then Mars will be in harmony with the moon. And so Mars still in Pisces, about to move into Aries. Yeah, you get that one last chance to acknowledge where you're at with these Pisces energy. Are you on the lower vibration or the higher vibration? And also, you know, moving forward, checking in with yourself on if you are in the higher vibration. Just check yourself to make sure that you're not making people feel dumb, slow, or less than, right? Again, very empathic, intuitive, and compassionate for people who may be going through these things. Again, when I say these things in these lower vibrations, I am not talking about anybody. Whatever you choose is what you choose, but to recognize it is to be conscious. If you're not recognizing it, you're unconscious, you're unaware, and that is not healthy. You're literally putting yourself in a time loop where you relive that cycle until you get tired of it, until it hurts so bad that you're like, fuck this shit, I gotta get the fuck out of here, you know? And so really at the end of the day, the choice is up to you on what you want to do. And, yeah, you know, it is what it is, family. I hope you found this information helpful. I love and appreciate